Hi friends, welcome back to Rustic and Lace DIY. Today is the What Would You Make challenge. You know I love this challenge, but first of all, before we get to the video, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Brenda and this is my sleepy Oliver. If you're returning, you know we love you. So with all that being said, let's get to crafting. Okay, DIY number one. So I'm going to take one of these big wood mason jar cutouts from Hobby Lobby. It's normally $2.99. Right now they're 50% off, which makes them $1.50, which is amazing. So if you have a Hobby Lobby near you, go see if you can find some of these. But I'm going to paint the top with my Waverly chalk paint in the color Mineral. Then I painted the back and the edges of the front with my Lagoon. No, I didn't do the front. I did the back with the Lagoon, and then I did these squiggly lines all around the front and with my pencil. And then I took my angle brush here and I'm going to brush along those curvy wavy lines just so that I can make sure that I'm not going inside of the middle part of my mason jar. So I'm just going to brush along that curvy line, and I just kind of do it really slowly and then brush in the rest to the edge all the way around. And then once I had that all completed, then I am going to clean my brush off really well, and then I'm going to use my Waverly chalk paint in the color Maze. I'm going to do the exact same thing that I just did, but inside those wavy lines. So I'm just going really slowly following the wavy lines with my angle brush. And then once I had that all completed, I just took a bigger brush and painted the whole middle with my Maze color. Once that was all done and dry, I am going to take my pencil here and I'm going to make some more wavy lines across the front. I was trying to make it look like a 3D effect. I'm not quite sure if I accomplished that effect, but it does look good. So then I took my square ruler here and I'm just creating some angled lines. I want it to look like a straw. And then I also went along the top part with my pencil, and then I'm just going over it with this marker. And then I decided, okay, something else needs something else. So I decided to go ahead and just try to use that marker along the top part of my mason jar and then along the edges. I just kind of wanted to bring it to life a little bit more. It just felt like it needed something. So then once I was done, I decided, okay, I'm going to go over that curvy line that I just created with this pen or this marker. This I got from Dollar Tree and I just love it. Actually, Kathy Jo got me that one. I did find some more recently, but after that, I just felt like it was too stark, that black. So I went over it with a white paint marker, and I just love it because it just, I don't know, it's a shadow. I don't know, it just brings it to life. So then I just decided to go along the curvy line between the yellow and the Lagoon color with my white paint marker, and then I just kind of made some curvy lines on the inside part of those curvy lines, just kind of here and there. And then I took these Posca paint markers that my husband got me for Christmas. This is the first time I'm using them, and I took my purple, since it's my favorite color, and I'm coloring stripes on my straw. So I did purple, and then I filled in the rest of them with white. And after I was done with that part, I created this stencil with my Cricut. I'm going to go over it with my Waverly chalk paint in the color ink, which is black. If you don't have a Cricut, you could still recreate this if you wanted to. You could use stickers, would work great for this. You could do wood letters if you have them, and if you know how to write very nicely, you could just paint it on yourself or write it on. Once it was all done, I removed all of that vinyl, weeded out the small parts. Then I decided to make some ice cubes. So I am using my white paint marker, and I colored it in. And now after looking at this, I'm like, you know, I shouldn't have colored them in. I should have just left them as cubes. I think it would have looked a lot more like ice cubes and not like white squares. Anyways, it is what it is. I can't change it now. Well, I could change it, but that would be a lot of work and I don't want to do that. So anyways, once I got done doing that, I decided, okay, I'm going to just kind of try and make it look swirly on the bottom, like it's being stirred, moving around, you know. I don't know. I'm just trying all kinds of things here to just bring it to life, to fill in the yellow part. So I decided, well, let's make some swirls and maybe it will look like it, it's just kind of moving. I wanted it to look like a real mason jar of lemonade, it's got ice cubes in it and it's moving and sloshing and I don't know. Anyways, I just kept playing around with my markers. And so I just went along the white a little bit with my black too, just to kind of add some more definition, some more interest. I don't know. I'm not an artist, so I couldn't tell you what exactly, but that's what I did. So then I had these plastic, or I think they're resin lemons from Amazon. I got these a couple of years ago. I cut one in half. Be careful when you do that because they break and they fly everywhere. But I took two whole ones. I'm gluing them onto the front of my mason jar, and then I'm just going to add some hot glue inside of that half one and put it onto the top there. I should have done that one a little different, but oh well. Okay, so then I just added my hanger. I added some tape around my twine so that I could feed it through those holes a little easier and tied knots on the back. And then I decided it needed a bow. And I had this ribbon. I think I got it from Hobby Lobby maybe a year or so ago. I'm going to do the awareness ribbon, scrunch it up in the middle, and then tie some jute string around it. Then I'm going to dovetail the ends by folding them in half and cutting at an angle. Then I'm just going to hot glue it to the corner there, and that's all there is for this. I think it came out pretty cute. I just love it. Makes me want some lemonade. I'm going to have to go buy some. Anyways, you have to let me know what you think about this in the comment box below. Okay, so today is the What Would You Make challenge, and I host this on the fourth Sunday of every month along with Christine with Divine Designs. And this month's guest host is Marika with Marika's Creations. She is amazing. She is so talented. If you don't know who she is, make sure you check out her channel. You won't be disappointed. And make sure you subscribe to her as well as Christine. And then I will have links to those channels as well as the playlist in my description box so you can check all of that out. Okay, DIY number 2. So for this one, I had a viewer say that make a sign with a picnic table, and I thought that would be fun. But then I thought, you know what? I was trying to figure out what to do. I'm like, I'm going to make a picnic table, either plant stand or riser. So I took some jumbo craft sticks. I think they're jumbo. They're the biggest ones Walmart has. And I laid 5 out together, and then I took some that I cut in half, and I'm using my wood glue and hot glue to attach those 5 pieces together. And then I'm going to do both of those. After that, I have this wood piece that I had 2 of these that I had from Hobby Lobby. I've had them for a while. I cut them down. I'm going to mark 6 inches, and I cut 6 of these. So there was 6 inches, which was the whole thing, because 6 times 6 is 36. Anyways, and then I had to play around with it to get the right angles that I needed. I even had to have my husband help me. So once we had the right angles, I took the one that we cut down. I'm marking the other ones so I know exactly where to cut them. And then I'm going to use my miter shears to just cut those angles out just like I needed. And I did that on 4 of these, and then 2 of them I just left squared because those 2 I'm going to use underneath the table again. And I'm using my Titebond glue here to glue those in place. And then I'm going to just add a little bit of hot glue along the sides of both of those just to kind of give it some more sturdiness. And plus, I wanted to keep working. I didn't want to wait for it to dry. So then I took my ruler and I found the halfway point. And then I'm going to add a little bit of my Titebond glue and hot glue to the bottom of these posts here. And these are going to be the legs for the tables. So I'm going to hot glue them in place. I do this on both sides of the table. And there you go. So it kind of looks like a V. And then I took another one of those wood dowels that I had and cut 2 pieces down to 9 inches. And then I just found the center piece point so that I could try and figure out this where to put it for both of them on the legs here. And so then I'm trying to eye it to see if it looks straight. I don't think it was straight because it kind of looks a little crooked to me. But I'm going to use my Titebond glue and hot glue right here to glue those in place. I probably should have been more technical and just measured with a ruler instead, but oh well. And then I'm going to, once those were on, I am going to add my Titebond glue and a little bit of hot glue, and I'm going to add another of my craft sticks right there for the little seats. And then I'm going to cut out this napkin from a Dollar Tree, and I am going to trace it. I'm laying it on my table here, and I'm going to trace the ends so that I know exactly where to put my, or no, exactly where to paint it. I'm going to paint the middle part white, and then the rest of the table I'm going to go over with my Waverly Antique Wax. I'm just going to brush it all on and then wipe it all off with a paper towel. And after that was all done and dry, I'm going to add some Mod Podge to the white area and let it dry. Now, after it was all dried, after it drove, oh my goodness, after it was all dried, I forgot to hit record on my phone. And so I'm going to have to tell you what I did. Once it was all dry, I took my napkin, I laid it over the white painted area, and then I took parchment paper, put it over my napkin to protect the napkin, and then I used my little heat press, went over that to reactivate that Mod Podge so that the napkin would stick. And then once that was all done, I went over it again with some more Mod Podge, and you can see me here. I'm just doing the edges. I'm going to add a little Mod Podge to the bottom there so that the edges all get glued down to the bottom side of the table. And it did look a little wrinkly, but I didn't care because, you know, most picnic tables, they're not perfect, and the covers can be a little wrinkly sometimes, right? But there it is. I think this came out really, really cute, and it was a lot easier than I expected it to be. But I hope you like it too. You'll have to let me know in the comment box below. He is being a stinker, you guys. I get myself all prepared and ready for my talking here, and what does he do? He runs behind my chair and lays down. I think I'm working him too hard today. Or he needs his coffee too. Do you need a treat? He looks at me at the side of his eyes like, are you saying that? Is it for real, or are you just saying that? You want a treat? I'll give you a treat when we're done. Yeah. He's such a good puppy. I dread the day that we lose him because he's been the best puppy I've ever had. Best dog. I've always wanted a Yorkie, and you know, they can be expensive, and I was working, so I'm still working, but I was making decent money, and he became available, and I was just like, we gotta have it. This is my chance. And it was somebody I knew. And you know, I will never regret having a Yorkie. If you ever have the chance to have a Yorkie, I say do it. He has been the best dog. And I know it's not just him, because I hear this from other Yorkie owners all the time. They are just loving companions. And yes, he thinks he's fierce. He thinks he's a tiger. And we go to my sister's house, and she's got 2 big dogs, and she puts the male dog in his place all the time. And it's funny. But yeah, he's just the sweetest, loving thing. And personality, oh my goodness, does he have personality? He cracks me up. He is one smart little cookie. Anyways, so let's quit chatting about Oliver. I know you guys love seeing Oliver, and you love him probably just as much as I do. But yeah, he's a great dog, and I'm proud to be his mama. Anyways, I am so glad you guys are all here. I hope you are enjoying What Would You Make challenge. I love this challenge. It is an amazing challenge because all know I love working with wood, and it all stems back to my grandfather. But anyways, I love this challenge, and when Zaina had it and she asked me to take it over, I was so privileged because I just love working with wood, and I just think it's an amazing challenge. So make sure, if you are still here, that you can, if you're still here listening to my babbling, that you check out that playlist, because you'll get all kinds of wood
decor ideas. And check out Marika, who is our guest host. She is amazing with wood. I mean, she does some big time wood projects, and she's amazing, and she is so super talented. So make sure you check her out. Make sure you check out Christine as well. She's very good as well. And I'll have links to all of them. I know I've already said that, but I will also have links to that playlist. So make sure you check them all out. And if you're new here and enjoy home decor on a budget, make sure you hit that red subscribe button before you go as well. And with all of that, thank you all to those that return every week. I love and appreciate you so very much. And with all of that, let's continue on with the crafting.
Okay, it is time for a celebration of your recreations, and we have these beautiful wreaths and pieces that Kathy made. I love them. I love the one with the eagle. That is just stunning. Thank you so much, Kathy. And then this adorable little patriotic crate that Anita made is just so lovely. I thank you so much. I love it. And then Corrine made these fun strawberry pieces. I just love them. She crocheted that one with some leaves on it. And then the other one, I think, is a little yogurt cup. Great job, Corrine. Thank you, ladies. And if you have a creation or recreation that you would like me to showcase, you can send pictures to my email address that's listed there, or you can send them to me through Instagram or Facebook Messenger. Okay, DIY number 2. So for this DIY, I'm going to take one of these wood planks. I'm going to paint it with my Waverly chalk paint in the color Lagoon. You guys, I had such a hard time with this video because I just had a hard time. I'll tell you that in a minute. But those paints are Petunia Purple, Bright Yellow, Pink Polish, Blue Cotton, Outrageous Orange, Lime Tree, and Light Mocha. I'm going to paint each one of those. But my last video, I was thinking about doing some more summer wood rounds or door hangers, but that video did not do very well. And so I had to change my thought of what I was going to do, and I just couldn't think. And so I started with this, something simple and easy, very simple and easy. But I had such a heck of a time with this video trying to figure out what to do. But anyways, I took my letters here that were painted black, and I'm just using my Titebond glue to glue each letter onto each popsicle. After that, the popsicles did come from 24-Hour Crafts. I took each of those paint colors, and I'm taking the bottom of my paintbrush and I'm making polka dots, and then I just had to use a little paintbrush sometimes to fill it all in if it didn't want to come out very well. After I had all of those in, I did have to dry them, and once they were all dry, which felt like it took forever, I took my Titebond quick and thick multi-surface glue, and I'm going to glue those popsicles right onto my sign. And you guys, this is a super simple and easy DIY. I just took some twine, made some little shoestring bows, glued them onto the bottom of my popsicles, and then I'm going to add a hanger for I added a hole. I had to do another hole on the other side of my sign, and then added a jute cord hanger, and that's all there was for this. Super easy. So yeah, anybody, beginner friendly, could do this. Anyways, there it is. I hope you like this one too. Final reveal is coming right up, you guys. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and make sure you check out the playlist as well as Marika and Christine's channels, and make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. I would greatly appreciate that, and I will be back again on Thursday with another video, so stay tuned for that. With all that, I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. I will see you. Oh wait, there's a little video of Oliver at the end if you'd like to see it. So with all of that being said, I will see you on the next one. Bye bye. He's avoiding me because I put him in the pool with me a couple of days ago, and he doesn't like it. He'll go to my husband like that because my husband doesn't do that, but he won't come up to me when I'm in the pool. He stays far away from me. Aw, Oliver, you're such a good boy. Come here. Come on. There you go, Oliver. Oliver, hi.